So there are certain ground rules we are going to follow throughout the program. All of you can keep your video on so that we can have a live interactive session going on. But keep your mic muted. At the same time, you are given the freedom to unmute whenever it is required, right? And or keep your other gadgets in a switched off condition or in a silent mode so that you will be able to pay full attention towards me. And then participation certificate will be issued to all of you upon effective participation. Effective participation in the sense, ask me questions and also answer my questions, right? And pay full attention to the program. And all of you are eligible to receive the participation certificate from Vision Excellence. And I will really feel great if you ask me a lot of questions even in between the session. Don't wait for me to stop, right? And then you may not get the opportunity to ask your question. If you can even stop me in between and ask me your doubts then and there. And also whenever I'm going fast or slow, do not hesitate to remind me, because ultimately your learning is important. So we wanted to make sure that all of you are comfortable throughout the program, right? Throughout the webinar. So you don't miss out even a single minute of the session. So that's the thing. So why all of us are here in this webinar today? There are certain clear objectives, key learnings, outcomes expected by the end of the program. That means we expect all of you to appreciate importance of four philosophies, four important philosophies. When I say philosophy, these learnings can be applied everywhere. Whether you want to apply it in your company or in your friend's company or wherever you want, or you wanted to apply it in your professional life or in the personal life, yes, definitely it will work, right? So these are the points. The first point is Six Sigma way of problem solving. Six Sigma way of problem solving is not something, very new. This has been followed over decades from 1980 onwards, originated from a company called Motorola. It is nothing but systematic way of problem solving. Six Sigma way of problem solving is nothing but systematic way of problem solving. When I say systematic, it simply means you fix the problem at the root. Fix the problem at the root level. When you fix any problem at the root level, the same problem cannot come again. If you don't fix the root, what will happen? The same problem will come after some period of time. Sometimes it will again pop up within a week. Sometimes it will pop up after a month. Sometimes it may pop up after a few months. If the same problem is coming again and again, it simply means you have not solved the problem. You have not solved the problem, and that's why the problem is coming again and again and again. So how can you ensure you solve any problem forever? The same problem should not come again. There is a very good problem solving approach, which Six Sigma prescribes, and that is what I'm going to help you understand, right? And second philosophy, importance of using the correct tools and techniques. Always in any situation, there are multiple options. Whatever is the work we are doing, maybe they consider the physical tools also. It could be machineries, it could be cutting tools, or it could be the household tools what we are using. Imagine you do a work with the wrong tool in your hand. In spite of all your abilities and skill, you will still fail in your effort, right? In getting your task done. Same way, whether it is a quality control activity you are doing, or is it a team management you are doing, or is it a decision making you are doing, there are specific tools and techniques. You should learn to always choose the correct one for your particular task, right? So importance of using the correct tools and techniques is really required when you are on a project mode, particularly when you are solving a problem. The problem can be your customer's problem, or problem can be your organization problem. And so it's very important that you as a problem solver, you as a manager, you as an engineer, you as a leader should always use the correct tools and techniques. If you use the correct tool, it increase the success rate. If you make a wrong choice, that will increase the failure rate, right? And this is another big reason why many of the improvement projects fail, right? So I want you to always ensure use the correct tools and technique. And then another philosophy is data driven decision making. What gets measured gets improved. So when you measure and collect data, you will better understand the problem. You will better understand the problem. Otherwise, what happens if you simply go with the opinion? The chance that you drive your project in a wrong direction will increase, because anybody can give opinion, right? Like your colleagues can give opinion, your employees can give opinion, sometimes your boss can give opinion, sometimes your expert can give opinion. Please note, all of them are only opinion. Who is responsible for solving the problem? You are responsible. You are the project leader. It is your problem you are trying to solve. So listening to others is good, but validating the opinion is important. When you validate the opinion, you will understand that opinion is also a fact. If the opinion is also a fact, you take action, make changes, and that will actually give you result. But if you have the habit of reacting to every opinion without validating, then sometimes you may make unnecessary changes in your organization, which can pull down your current results. So this is what we call it, data driven decision making. And one step ahead, when you are using the data, you should also be good at validating the data. Earlier I told you validate the opinion. Now I'm telling you validate the data also. Because always when you ask your team member or anybody to give data, there is a great chance that they can give data with a lot of error. Whenever they collect the data can be collected with measurement error. Sometimes they will collect the data from an irrelevant source. That is called a sampling error. These two errors can always play in a data. You can't eliminate them completely. So you should be able to control the error. And generally, the error should be less than a prescribed value. We say it should be only 10%. If it is less than 10%, it is good you use the data and then take decision. At the same time, if the error is too much, it is better to ignore the data and go for a fresh collection of data. So when to use data and when not to use data, and that is also an important skill of a leader, required for a leader, right? So this is what we mean, data-driven decision making, simply fact-based decision making. You can never go wrong in your organization, in anything you are doing. And last but not the least, you should be customer-centric in your approach. Whatever you are doing at any stage of your project, maybe in the initial stage or somewhere in between or towards the end of the project, or you are into product development, you are into sales, you are into marketing, you are into design, you are into production, whatever you are doing, it is very important you stay customer-centric. What is customer-centric? You should be able to visualize who is going to receive your output. For example, today's webinar, I'm delivering a lecture. And now who is going to receive the lecture? All of you. So all of you are the customer. So it is very, very important. I visualize all of you. I understand all your requirement and then talk something in line with your requirement. I may know many things. If I simply talk everything I know, if you find it not meeting your requirement, that's not the meaning of quality. So always make sure you deliver outputs, you deliver results in line with your customer's requirement. This is what we mean, customer-centric. And always when we say customer, we immediately think it is the end user. End user is the one who will pay for your product, who will pay for your service. But there are three terms associated to customer. One is end user, another one is internal customer, And one more thing is external customer. You should be able to clearly differentiate among the three. Who is end user, who is internal customer, and who is external customer. If you understand these terminologies, you will be able to see hundreds of internal customer and hundreds of external customer when you are actually trying to manufacture something, or when you are actually trying to offer a service to your end user. End user is, a set of people who would like to buy your product, buy your services, and then pay for it. But is that the end product goes directly to the end user? No, it goes through a channel. You call it the supply chain, right? And supply chain, and before that, the manufacturing activities and all that. So that will comprise of a lot of internal and external customer. And you need to know, are you doing your work and your output directly goes to the end user, or your output goes to someone within your company who is called internal customer, or is that your output goes to someone outside of your company who is called an external customer? And once you gain clarity on this, you will never deviate from the quality principles. So this is what we call it customer centric. And then process centric is also important. Results are important. Business is important, but you please be devoted to the process. Your process will take care of the results, right? So this is called a process centric approach. So these are the four important philosophy I expect all of you to appreciate by attending the webinar, by listening to my lecture. And then if you start practicing all the four, you will be highly successful. And how can you practice all these things? The guidelines will also be given as we discuss during the webinar. Hope it is sounding good with all of you. And by the way, this is Dr. Gopal Sivakumar. So I hold a doctorate degree in mechanical engineering. I'm an author, trainer, a principal consultant in Vision Excellence Consulting Private Limited. I'm also associated with MSME Technology Development Center for two reasons. I'm an empaneled trainer, and I am also heading a wing called Campus to Corporate program, through which we conduct Lean Six Sigma training and consulting assignment, with across the country. And I'm a black belt, and my expertise are in areas like statistical process control, design of experiments, measurement system analysis, hypothesis testing, correlation, regression, 5S, Lean, and Six Sigma deployment. I have more than 18 plus years of experience, a balanced wealth of experience in teaching, training, consulting, right, as well in research. But what is most important to all of you is my experience in helping people learn LSS modules, LSS tools and technique is somewhere around 6,600 plus hours. That means every minute you spend with me is going to be very productive in practicing Lean and Six Sigma in your organization. And of course, I have authored about 7 books in areas like mechanical engineering, mathematics, and statistics, and demonstrated DMAC projects in a successful way for my clients. So this is a brief about me. And also, I would like to give you an opportunity to convey your expectation. Not all of you, only 1 or 2 of you can speak out, because I always make sure I give this opportunity to our customers or the audience. So we can have 1 or 2 minutes for that. Maybe any of you would like to make use of the opportunity, please go ahead. You can let me understand your expectations. Any questions? Any specific expectations you have for because of which you joined today's program? And let me understand. I will try my best. I'll try to customize according to. All right. So,
sir, here we have one general question regarding recording of the session.
Yeah, I will answer.
Asking.
Yeah, the madam will be sharing my YouTube link. So all of you can subscribe the YouTube link and you will be able to get access to the recording of the session. And also we will also be giving you a link where you can upload our an application, a mobile application, and that will have many other contents also, which are free courses which we have. So there are two ways by which you can gain access to the recordings. So I think right now the link is will be posted by madam, and then you can just subscribe to my channel and you will get the you will get the access. All right, so moving on. So this is about certification. You have a chance to get two certificates. First one is a certificate, and second one is a title you are going to award to yourself, right? And the first one is compulsory. All of you are going to get it simply by attending today. But the program will continue for tomorrow also. Those of you who really understand whatever philosophy I told now is important in your business, is important for your professional success, you can decide to attend tomorrow's program also. And that will get you a title called Certified Six Sigma White Belt. So who is a white belt and what are his roles and responsibility, I will be explaining clearly today. But to gain this title, you have to register for tomorrow's program, and that's not free, and that will come with a cost, and I'll be explaining you, and those of you interested can go ahead with it. Let me explain that also. And part one happens on Monday, that is today. There'll be 90 minutes of pure learning, and then all of you will be getting the participation certificate, and this is the channel, YouTube channel, and you can subscribe, and thereby you get access to the part one of the session. And part two will happen tomorrow at the same time. The meeting ID and passcode will be shared to those of you who come forward to register for tomorrow's. And after finishing the tomorrow's session, there will be an small assessment conducted on Wednesday. If you score 60% and above, a digital certificate saying that you have qualified for the title will be awarded to you. And this will be the body of knowledge as far as the white belt title is concerned. So adding a white belt title will reflect your commitment towards contributing to any organization's growth, right? So if you would like to add it, you can try to sign up for tomorrow's program. And the white belt program, the fees is 2,360, and the payment link will also be posted in the link. Any moment of time, the moment you realize you must master these four philosophies, you can click open the link. But having joined today's program, you have a surprise offer. Use this code Vision Webinar while making the payment, and you will see a very good discount automatically applied, and which only you can make use of. So with that note, I'm proceeding. So these are the topics.